Hi, it's Joe. Welcome to the book report. Well, here I am on my in front of my design wall. I'm just starting work on a new quilt. Just barely starting work on a new quilt. Uh, what I'm doing is what I did for my last quilt. I'm draping some directional fabric. This is full width yukata fabric, antique Japanese wool. It's just beautiful, but it's directional, so that when you fold it, you can get something out of it. And then I made a length of this other fabric. I wanted to see if I could interweave them. And so what I'll do eventually is I'll settle on a design. This isn't the final design, but I'll settle on it, and then I'll start figuring out how to piece it. I don't just sew everything down onto a background. I piece everything. So I'll make a seam right across here, and I'll have a little triangle of something. I'll sew it onto here. I'll have to then figure out how to piece everything. Uh, it's really a challenge and a fun challenge. So that's what I'm going to be doing in my studio in the new year in 2024. Here's the December 29th is where we are today. And it's kind of the quilt book report. How about that? The book report uh, is what we're doing today. My new books, I'm halfway through this. It's fantastic. A New Deal for American Quilts. It's by Janniken Smucker, one of the coolest, smartest uh, scholars, real scholars in the business. It's about the government's efforts during the Depression during the New Deal to send women out into the hinterlands to teach women how to make quilts as a way of making a living. And it's a way of making blankets. So there's a billion fabulous photographs in here. There's all kinds of great scholarship telling me all kinds of things I didn't know that occurred in the 1930s. It's a great book and thrilling to read by, like I say, the great Janniken Smucker, one of the best scholars that ever had anything to do with quilts. She's just wonderful. She was just in a textile talk. You can look her up there. This week, I went to a show at the Oakland Museum called Into the Brightness. It's art by disabled adults. There's three centers here in the Bay Area. Creativity Explored here in San Francisco, a couple blocks away. Creative Growth and Naiad, that are all studios where disabled adults can go and make art. And the art that they make, like this portrait by this woman by Vincent Jackson, the famous disabled artist that has shows in New York and stuff. Uh, the art in here is really great. It's I can't say enough about it. If you the show's up for a little while longer at the Oakland Museum, if you're going to be around here um, anytime soon, check it out. Into the Brightness is the name of the show. And this book, it's only $35 from Chronicle Books. It's called Art is Art, collaborating with neurodiverse artists at Creativity Explored. It's out of this world. I can't recommend it highly enough. I have a lot of their art on my walls at home, and from Creativity Explored. And as some of you might know, I'm from Flint, Michigan originally, and a book by a friend of mine, Jan Worth, now Jan Worth Nelson, just came out, and I ordered it, and I've been reading essays in it. She became the editor of East Village magazine in Flint, which is a surprisingly good and literate local magazine, the East Village magazine. And she wrote essays for it from 2007 to 2022. I think she's still doing it. Anyway, the essays are great. She's a wonderful writer. She was a poet when I knew her in the 80s, and she's been a great writer her whole life and dedicated herself to it. And this is a cool thing that you can really get the flavor of what it's like to live in Flint. And if you think that it's all just ruination and pain from the news is all you would hear about. Well, you know, actual people live there and actually try to make it a beautiful place to live. And there's a lot of great things in Flint, my hometown. Breaks my heart to think that all people know about it is don't drink the water. Well, there's a lot more to it. And Jan is a great spokesman for it, spokesperson. Those are my three books on my nightstand right now. That's what I'm reading. And I hope you're reading something fun. I hope you have a great 2024 and make lots of quilts. All right. I'll see you next year.